Hey guys, are you suffering from digital eye strain, or don't you know that the digital screen devices do emit a blue light ray which is of short wavelength and relatively high energy that causes a destruction to our eyes? But there's no problem about that. We have perfect solutions to all this right in this video. And there are even health tips to help you protect your eyes from being destroyed by the digital screen devices. All you need to do is just to pay attention, follow my video, watch my video to the end, and I will unveil to you the secret on how you can protect your eyes from being destroyed by the digital screen devices. If you are watching my video for the first time, please kindly press the subscription button so that you can have access to more of my videos. And if you are returning subscribers, God bless you. I'm still there, your brother and your friend, Stephen Oluwatumininu. Now let's talk about the effect of digital screen devices on our eyes. And the first one we are going to talk about is it causes eye strain. Do you know that your smartphones, your tablets, computers, and even your TV screen, when you are being exposed to it for a long period of time, it can result into eye strain? Now let me tell you, there's what we call accommodation, which happened with the aid of the suspensory ligament, the ciliary modulus, and the lens. Now, the suspensory ligament is directly attached to the ciliary modulus and further attached to the lens. That is, the suspensory ligament, or what we call zonus, is in between the ciliary modulus and the lens. Now, when the ciliary module contracts, the suspensory ligament becomes shorter, and also the lens becomes thicker, shorter, and more curved in an attempt to place the focal point on the light on the retina. And this happens when we are trying to focus at a near object. Now, when we are trying to focus at a distant object, the ciliary modules become relaxed. Then the suspensory ligament also becomes longer. Then the lens of the eye becomes thinner, flatter, and even less curved. And this happens in an attempt to place the focal point on the light on the retina where you want to focus at a distant object. So, ability of an eye to focus at a distant object and a near object, or in various directions, is what is referred to as accommodation. Now, when you are now being exposed to screen for a long period of time, for example, you have been looking at your smartphones or your tablet for a prolonged period of time, this is looking at a close object, and the ciliary module will remain in a contracted state. And in so doing, when a module remains in a contracted state for a long period of time, it will result into strain. For example, it's just like when you are squatting for a long period of time. Your femoral modules, the modules of the leg, will become contracted when you are squatting. If you do that, for example, for like 30 minutes, by the time you get up, you will feel the kind of a contraction that the modules of your leg will be having. This is how eye strain results. Another effect the digital eye screen or the digital screen devices causes on our eye is sleep pattern disruption. Now, the blue light ray being emitted by our digital screen devices interrupt the production of what we call melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone that regulates sleep pattern, how we sleep. So the blue light ray, which is being emitted by our digital screen devices, interrupt the production of this melatonin, and in so doing, our sleep pattern will be interrupted. And that is why if you are looking at your phone or pressing your phone in the evening, when you want to sleep, you might find it difficult to sleep for some times before sleep will eventually take you away. Or if you eventually sleep, you will realize that you might have not, sleep to your depth before the sleep again will be interrupted. All these are the effects of blue light rays being emitted by our digital screen devices. Another thing, which is another effect of digital screen devices on our eye, is dry eye syndrome. Now, we do blink almost every 2 to 3 seconds. The essence of this blinking is to help our eyelid to lubricate the surface of our eyeball, which is the sclera being covered by the conjunctiva, with tears. Tears is being produced, then our eyelid will blink to spread these tears on the surface of our eyes so that it becomes humidified. so that it becomes wet. It should not be dry, because the cornea, which we are looking at as the black part of the eye, although it is transparent, it is the reflection of the pupil, the iris formed by the pupil underneath the cornea, that is purple. But let's just assume, okay, it is the black part of the eye, which is the cornea. The cornea has no blood supply, is only supplied with millions of nerves, and it needs to be humidified. The moment it becomes dry, our visions will become blurry. So the essence of our eyelids blinking and spreading the tears all over our eye surface is to make it wet and humidified. Now, when you are now focusing on the screen for a long period of time, there will be interruption or delay in the eye blinking. You will know that the rate at which you blink your eye will be reduced when you are watching your TV screen, or when you are working on your tablet phones or your smartphones, and in so doing it results into dry eye syndrome, which might become so irritative, and it gives you some kind of discomfort. And if it even occurs for a long period of time, it could result into blurry vision. Another effect being caused by the digital screen devices and the blue light rays being emitted by these devices to our eyes is potential retina damage. Although this point is still, the investigation is still ongoing, the research is ongoing about this point, but so far we are being told that the blue light ray emitted by the digital screen devices have a side effect or a bad effect on our retina. Our retina is the light sensitive tissue at the back of our eye that partake in transforming of light ray into an electric impulse to be transmitted by the optic nerve to the brain for interpretation. And these retina cells, if it is being destroyed by the blue light ray emitted by the digital screen devices, it can also in turn lead to macular degeneration, which is a spot or some part of that retina. And if any of this becomes degenerated or becomes affected, definitely our vision will as well be affected. Can we now see that the effect of blue light rays being emitted by the digital screen devices that we are using at home, like our cell phone, smartphones, computers and TV screens, have some devastating effect on our eyes. Now, what are the solutions to all this that we've mentioned? Number one, there's what we call Rule 20-20-20. What is the rule talking about? The rule is telling us that every 20 minutes you are to look away from your screen. Look at a distant object that is about 20 feet away for 20 seconds. Let me come again. Rule 20-20-20 says every 20 minutes you are expected to look away from your screen. Look at a distant object that is located about 20 feet away from you for 20 seconds. The essence of this is for activation or relaxation of the contracted ciliary muscles. When that happens, when we are focusing at a close object. So the muscles will become relaxed when you look at a distant object, and remove it from the state of being contracted to a relaxed state before you go back to it again. It really works. Please, let's take note of this. Another thing that I shall be talking about is blue light filters. Although there are some of our devices, like iPhones, that has been built with these blue light filters. For example, iPhone is being built with what we call night shift. This night shift helps to regulate the temperature of our screen and also reduce the blue light ray being emitted by the device. Also, for our Androids and Windows phones, there's what we call night light. It's built with it, which also help to regulate the blue light ray emitted by these digital screen devices from being causing destruction to our eyes. And another thing that we can do is putting on spectacle or glasses. Yes, there is what we call plano lens. It's 0% lens. It's not a powered lens. It's a 0%, and some of them are being tainted. When you look at the color, it will look as if it is blue or somehow shaded. It helps us in protecting our eyes from the blue light ray that is being emitted from these digital screen devices. We can stick to that. Please, it really works. Let's be mindful of all these things. Another thing that we shall be talking about, which is the solution to the effect of digital screen devices on our eyes, is eye exercise. Now, eye exercise like focus shifting, that is when you look at a distant object for like 10 seconds, you look at a close object again, then shift your focus to a distant object, then to the close object. All these things is just to exercise the ciliary muscles, focusing at a distant object, focusing at a close object, that is contracting and relaxing of these ciliary muscles. It really works. Another one is eye rotation. Then we can be rotating our eyes in different direction. You can start by clockwise. You rotate your eyes in a clockwise direction. You can do it 10 times. Then again you counter clockwise it. You do it in a counter clockwise way, in a different direction, looking, round, in a different direction without necessarily moving your face. All this exercise also helps in dilating all these muscles, blood supply to all these muscles, and make them to be active instead of remaining in a particular state like contracted state, which result into eye strain. Also, we have some eye softwares which are very good nowadays for most of us that are used to systems like the bankers, or people that do work on computers for a long time, even cell phones, smartphones, and even TV screens. There's a device called, or the software, which is regarded as F-Flux. The function of F-Flux, when you install it on your device, it will help to regulate the temperature of your screen and also reduce or filter the blue light rays from going directly into your retina. It is very effective, and you can just go download it and install it on your phone. Another software is Iris. What Iris does is that Iris will tell you that it's time for you to take a break and relax your eyes. And also Ileo. Ileo will also tell you to take a break and relax your eyes. And we have some kind of Iris software that also helps to filter the blue light rays being emitted by all these digital screen devices. They are very important. They are helpful. Please let's make use of all these softwares. The F-Flux, the Iris, the Ileo, they are very important, and they really helps because nowadays almost everybody is used to smartphones, tablets, TV screens, and computers. So instead of being allow our eyes to be destroyed by the blue light rays emitted by all these digital screen devices, let's learn to protect our eyes from being destroyed by digital screen device. Now the bonus tips I will give to you is, there are some foods that you can take, foods and fruits that can improve your vision in some days. I have prescribed it for some people. They have done it and they came back to thank me. Now, time won't permit me to talk much about this, but I will tell you, just go to YouTube, type Stephen Oluwatomininu, and it will bring out my various videos that talk about how you can improve your eyes within a short period of time. Because we have fruits, we have food that contain important nutrients that are very important and very beneficial to our sight and our vision. Please go to Oluwatomininu, Stephen Oluwatomininu on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel and you will get more of my educative and informative videos. If you are watching me for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, comment, make comments. I want to see your comments because I want to really know what are you expecting from me. If you have any question, put it there and I will respond to your question as quickly as possible. Like and share my videos. Please, you are the one motivating me. It is your views that are motivating me to do more, and I will never take you for granted. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment on my videos, and I will really appreciate you. Please, if you think you've benefited from this my video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment on my video. God bless you.